What's the problem with business students? I want to talk about that today because it's an important thing as many of our businesses are being set up for their hollow. People feel like they don't want to be there. They don't get any enjoyment from them. And I want to talk about that because it's an important part of our lives. So what's the problem with business students? The problem is the fact that we are teaching them to make money. And I know that seems really strange and peculiar for those of you who don't know me. But if we teach people to make money and the only thing to focus on is to make money, there's a lot of things in life that we forget about that are extraordinarily important. Things that do not make us money. Things that actually begin to make us money at the beginning. Let me explain. I want you to think about all of the things that are most important in your life. They're going to be things like your family, your friends, maybe some sort of hobby or sport. Maybe it is going to be your love of food. All of these things have nothing to do with money. The money provides a resource for you to actually accomplish some of these things. But many of the things behind it, that's my dog that's squeaking under the table. Many of the things that are behind it are not the things that actually generate utility or make us feel really good about ourselves. Now, the other thing that's incredibly important, where I push back, because a lot of the students that I see, they're so taught that the only thing that they should focus on is making money, that they just blaze ahead. But what you don't realize is many of the things that we know today as the things that actually generate value, that make money, they do really well, are the things that start off not making money. They're hobbies, they're little things that nobody cares about. They're these moments in time where people ignore it. Things like pushing a broom, for example, that's my quintessential case. Lawn mowing. Nobody likes those things. They're not really fun. They're not really exciting. Babysitting is not an exciting thing. But they're the things that begin to create large businesses if you do it right. And if you're so focused on making money and getting to the end goal, you miss out on all of these opportunities and where things are really important and where they actually grow. And if you don't see that, to take a step back and say, you know what? This is a problem. I need to learn how to actually work. I need to learn how to do things that I don't like, but they're good for me. These things are incredibly important for us to actually begin. And many of the things that we do is start off as hobbies. They turn into things that could potentially be a business. But because you're so focused on only doing the things that make money, that you lose sight of the fact that those things can be a business. They can generate value. They can do things that are really exciting and interesting. The other thing that we have to remember is that there's a lot of things, a lot of businesses that exist outside of the business world, many organizations that exist that serve an important function that, frankly, if you don't look at those and you say the only thing I do is to do business, you miss out on everything that is going on around you. Things like the food bank, things like the local government. All of those things are incredibly important to make a country, a nation, a world operate. I want you to take a step back and realize that the problem of business students is our training to focus on efficiency, our training to focus on getting ahead, our training to focus on making sure that you are always focused on making money. If you take a step back and you say, there's a lot more to life, all of a sudden you're going to see a lot more opportunities open up to you. And they're not going to present themselves as the most easiest way to make money at the beginning. Nobody ever said owning a whole bunch of porta potties was going to be profitable if you were to do that. But I guarantee if you were to do that today, you'd be extraordinarily profitable. So I want you to take a moment, look at all the things in your life that give you pleasure, that make you feel good. Some of the things maybe you don't want to talk about, maybe you do. But you want to look at all the things in your life that make you excited. Those are good possible businesses that you can choose that are really interesting. And they often have nothing to do with making money. They have nothing to do with Wall Street. They have nothing to do with going to Silicon Valley, any of those things. There's that thing. But I also want you to take a look around you and look where things are difficult for people. Things are not so fun. Maybe there's somebody that's cleaning the floors beside you and they're quiet and they don't want to say anything. First of all, I want you to try to say hi, make their day. But then second of all, I want you to look at these things and think about the opportunities that exist, because those are the things that are challenging for most of us to actually do, and we don't want to do those things. If you look at the world broadly and you look at it as a world of opportunities, a world of playground where you get to play, you don't worry about efficiency, any of those things of making money, and you view it as you in kindergarten, what would you do? How would you interact? What would be the best possible way that you would make sure that you are feeling good and everybody else is feeling good? If you view the world as if you are in kindergarten, you will see it completely differently. You will find an opportunity. Maybe it'll be an opportunity that will make you a ton of money that you would never think about, but maybe not. Maybe it's something that you just choose to do that's enjoyable, that gives you pleasure, that gives you meaning. And as you go about that, think about how you can sustain it. Not about how you can make money at this given time and figure out how you can maximize everything to get ahead. Think about how you can sustain it, particularly those things that you just love. And you have no explanation for why you love those things. You just love them for no reason. Nobody can ever explain why you actually love them. Think about how you can sustain that love. What might that look like? That action is completely different than the action of getting ahead. I want you to take a step back. Think about how you can see the world in a different way. Enjoy the world, have fun, and explore. Because you know what? This is really the most important point to all of this. You have a short life. It disappears quickly. So you need to figure out the thing that gives you that reward that you can't explain. That you'll sit back and say, this was the best ride of my life when you're 90 years old. Take a look. It might not even be working. It might be spending time with your kids. It might be giving up work altogether. To spend all of your days chasing around little kids or chasing around dogs or cats or whatever you're interested in. Look to see how you can do that. Have fun and explore the world. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.